Hello again, music fans. It has been a hot minute, but I am back here to do another collection update here for the rock and metal. And you could call it a haul, but not really because of these albums that I'm going to show you. And I believe there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them were bought, over 2 or 3 months. Okay, so but let's get to it. The first two are digital purchases, and the first one is from the band The Chapel of Disease. With a name like that, you would think it was a death metal band, and yes, that's how they started out. But then they sort of morphed and evolved into something else, into something, well, pretty unique. I had to write down the name of the album, but it's quite long. The album is, as we have seen the storm, we have embraced the eye again. And as we have seen the storm, we have embraced the eye. An album from 2018. To my ears, it is a mixture of stoner doom with some 70s prog rock right there, with touches of death metal around there. The vocals are, for the most part, harsh vocals, but not the super death metal vocals, if you know what I mean. Not really, really deep growls. But anyway, the album has, a lot of ambience, a lot of groove. It's quite a very interesting listen, and I quite enjoyed it. So that was a digital purchase, as was this next one from the prog metal legends, Fate's Warning. Okay, the album is Long Day, Good Night. And as you would expect from Fate's Warning, especially in these latter day albums, the quality is always there. The album is quite lengthy. It never drags. I think it's a very interesting listen. A lot of soundscapes, a really great sense of melody, which is very much unique to Fate's Warning. And some great riffs, some really great passages around in that album. Some moments that make you listen twice. I have been enjoying it. It does, like many prog metal albums, it does take a few listens to get into, but once it hits hard. Okay, now from Fate's Warning we go to The Warning. Okay, this is a hard rock band from Mexico. They are a trio of 3 sisters from the city of Monterrey, Mexico. And they have been, as of late, risen in popularity quite a bit. You may have even heard of them. If you haven't, I urge you to take a listen, because this is really, really good modern hard rock. They're not trying to sound like Zeppelin. They're not trying to sound like Deep Purple or Sabbath, like many of today's retro sounding bands strive to do. They have their own sound. Really, they are a power trio in every sense of the word. Just guitar, bass, drums, and vocals, and that's all you need. A really great live also. Check them out on YouTube if you haven't. Some really, really electric performances. They play hard rock with sometimes the bits of metal and also sometimes bits of pop in there, as well. But very, very good. Okay, I'm not even showing the album cover. What is wrong with me? The Warning, here it is. The album is Keep Me Fed from, well, I'm going to put, of course, the titles and the years down here. Keep Me Fed. This is, in fact, their 4th album. Okay, that is the 3 girls right there on the album cover. And I believe there is there's a little, not a sticker, just an insert of these 3 lovely ladies. I'm hard rock from Mexico. Really recommend it. Let's go now to some more modern hard rock. We have Alter Bridge, which, as of the making of this video, is their latest. It is Pawns and Kings. Absolutely stellar throughout. Just great guitars, great vocals, of course, as we know. And memorable songs, you know, title track is great. Fable of the Silent Sun, really cool stuff. Dead Among the Living, and also a cool cover. You know, it's not all super dark. There's the band. A good use of the digipack format right there with the album cover. Pawns and Kings. Hard rocking throughout. Again, with touches of metal. You know. That was Alter Bridge. Now let's go to another band that is, again, a modern hard rock band. But these guys were very much accused of being a retro band, and pretty much copying Led Zeppelin all the way. That is Greta Van Fleet. This is their, again, as of the making of this video, I believe this is their latest Starcatcher. And but here in this one, the Led Zeppelin influence, I believe, has been shed for the most part, and they have really found their sound. Really interesting songs here. The songwriting here is stellar. Just great craftsmanship with the songs. Also with the playing. Very interesting vocals, which may be a bit of an acquired taste, I have to say. But I have acquired that taste. Okay. Greta Van Fleet, Starcatcher. This is a boring cover. It would have been better if, here on the booklet, if this had been the cover. All right. Or maybe something along those lines. All right. Starcatcher by Greta Van Fleet. Really good stuff. And now one that I'm going to have to show you only the slipcase because I don't know where the hell I left the album. It's a Michael Sweet, and it is 10. So, you know, here's only a slipcase. The album is around there somewhere, but anyway, this is a solo album from a Striper's lead singer, Michael Sweet. He has quite a few solo albums. This is the only one I've heard, and I'm a big Striper fan, you know, so I do want to hear more. And here, really good hard rock, as you may expect, with a bit of an 80s vibe to it, but that's fine by me. This particular album has a lot of guest stars. Let me put on my glasses here, and even like Jeff Loomis. Let's see, Gus G from Firewind, Rich Ward from Fozzy. Tracy Guns, Michael Sweet 10, super dark album cover, which I don't like. You know, what is that? I don't know what it is. It's an X right there, which is, I suppose means the 10. But anyway, enough griping about the album cover. This is a great album. All right. If you haven't heard Michael Sweet, just like I hadn't, I recommend it. And now for an album that I had mentioned when I made my Kamelot Artist Spotlight, you know, because back then I had mentioned that I did not have any of their early albums save the first one, which I have on digital. And I mentioned this compilation, and now I have it, which is Kamelot, Where I Reign, the very best of the noise years, 1995 to 2003. This is a 2-disc set with, let's see, 12 songs on one disc and 14 on disc 2. And it is a stellar compilation. It is indeed the very best of those first albums, which I believe are the first 6. It's those albums right there. And I have this on digital, and I do have Karma on CD. The rest I do not have, but at least I do have them now here in this compilation. And let me tell you, if you have only a passing interest in Kamelot and say, well, you know what, a compilation is good enough for me, I recommend this, because all through both discs, beginning to end of both discs. It is just great, great stuff. The very best of. As we know, in the first two Kamelot albums, they had that their first singer before Roy Khan, and he was good but not great. All right. So, but anyway, some of those songs are included here. But like I said, the cream of the crop. This is just one stellar compilation. Really good stuff. I love Kamelot. Love this album. Tide me over, at least until I can find those early albums on physical, which are indeed a bit hard to get because they're out of print. We're going to finish it off here with another compilation, this time of a band, of an artist whom I have, of course, heard of over the years, but never have really delved into her music. That is Susie and the Banshees. Okay, she is, of course, very influential in the punk goth scene. Even though listening to this music, I wouldn't exactly categorize it as punk. It's more, I think, goth rock. All right, really cool stuff. This is a compilation called Spellbound the Collection. It includes 18 songs. Right there. And really good stuff, It's, at least I have some of this genre of music in my collection. Susie and the Banshees, I really enjoy this stuff. All right. Yeah. That's it here for this particular update. A couple of more videos coming soon, especially another 2.0 of my Kamelot collection. So I can include this one and also their latest. And some more stuff I hope to include here on the channel. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and keep rocking.